welcome to your natal chart report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this report. In this report, of course, we will be looking into your natal chart as we take into account the nature of not only your Scorpio rising, but you being born in 89, which is a very relevant year. As someone born in 1990, this is very important because of Neptune, Uranus, and Saturn in Capricorn, which represent a supernatural combination of the extra dimensional and the astral, coinciding with Saturn of material reality, to take everything that you imagine and think and literally ground into this material construct through your decisive capability or your decision making. This is now going to be even more compounded knowing that your sun is in Pisces and your moon is in Taurus. Congratulations for completing the recent eclipse that at this point is near your rising at 3 degrees, right? But regardless, we do see that you have an alien construct. So I will be sharing this actually, Pluto instrument alien, as you can see right here. I will share the link to this article as well. When you download this, it'll be available. And having Pluto on the rising in Scorpio especially is deeply significant, as this sets you up to be a Kundalini god. This is also a Kundalini goddess aspect. Most people who have this are either in the yoga or know how to work directly with the Kundalini, especially for others. But this is making you an instrument of Hades, of Pluto here. You are carrying forth this element of this purity as you are an embodiment of wisdom. I'm a Taurus rising, so that makes me the natural royal king or natural royalty. You're a Scorpio rising, so that makes you pure royalty. But you do have the soul of natural royalty. And in fact, bearing this extrasensory perception in the 5th house in Pisces, adding very creative expression of your inner child through your imagination and the expression of these talents, you're also in the same sign as the North Node. So you are one of the captains of this destiny group before North Node Aqua transiting flight. You know, I was born in 1990 with the North Node in Aqua. So when Saturn in Capricorn came through 88, 89, and 1990, you guys actually boarded the plane, you landed, and then I took the North Node Aquarius connecting flight so that the rest of the Saturn caps could be born. So a lot of your destiny, I always like to say North Node in Pisces, this is your last lifetime here. And you can tell, like, none of you are really, like, enjoyed to be back here. You're like, oh my God, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here. And yes, it's your last lifetime, don't worry. But, yeah, you're taking this understanding of your analysis and critique as it pertains to your breakdown of society, especially as a Scorpio rising connected to the collective support and associates and group of friends, and you're using that support in order to gain independence doing what you love. It's your destiny to really use your imagination to really set apart this space of creative talent through your inner child, so that whether through self-employed gains or just expressing yourself, you can facilitate this. So having this quality of Pisces sun with the Taurus moon now gives you this quality of, or you represent this vibration of natural divinity, where you are the natural ascended master. And of course, the moon on the seventh house cusp opposite Pluto here is this extreme psychoanalysis of other people through your feeling of their body language. So Pluto on the rising literally gives you X-ray vision, and this adds so much more pure intensity to how intimidating your personality could be, because that Scorpio rising, Virgo rising will give you the side eye. Virgos and Virgo rising just give you the side eye and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The Scorpio rising gives you the death stare. Normally I'll be like, if you're a Leo rising, you know, tell these bitches to kiss the ring, you know what I'm saying? Give them a hair flip, boom. Scorpio rising, you just need to give them the patented death stare, especially with the Pluto on the rising. Oh my gosh, you give them one of those, people will know how to act right. It's just with the Taurus moon, maybe you inadvertently do that, and inside you might be smiling, but you and I have resting bitch face, and now people feel like, wow, like they just really stared at me back. But like anyone who approaches you with like ill intent, who doesn't necessarily come correct, Pluto is issuing penalties. Like this, to everyone who I've ever met with this, like you can't, it's hard to really cross anybody, but especially this archetype, because Pluto's a little bit vindictive here. Like it's going to get its get back, but we call it justice. We don't call it revenge. But yes, so I just wanted to illustrate that. This also makes you an instrument of transformation and awakening. So the sexual tension that you can pretty much turn on the knob at will, controlled through the third house Capricorn, which is the controlling of your natural abilities and our incredible supernatural abilities through literally just imagining and thinking, because now this in the third house links the quality of your mindset towards serious thinking, especially with Saturn here, which with Neptune transcends the quality of your decision-making ability through your imagination and utilization of it. This actually, grounded by your moon in Taurus, enables you how to ground and feel the other person so that you can apply the directive power and potency of your mindset towards this grounding quality. And this is where that moon in Taurus is going to feel other people. You're going to understand other people's values. You're going to be able to sense minute qualities in their body language that pretty much have their body snitched to you. Especially having this with the Pisces sun, which is the highest sense of awareness. And then Pisces sun on the North Node in Pisces is very rare, because similar to the Virgo aspect, you can literally imagine different scenarios and possibilities. That's the cool thing about North Node in mutable signs. It's mutable magic. It's a magic destiny. So magic destiny paths are not set in stone, like North Node Aquarius, North Node Leo. Like our North Nodes are fixed. So like we can change our perception around it, but what's meant to happen is going to happen. Like you can't really stop that. The magical destinies are different. You literally, the everyone has a pro and con. Like in this case, for magic destinies, it's not really fixed. So like it is subject to change, but that's also a pro. You can pretty much, it gives you a little bit more leeway to be aware of the causality between experiences, and for you to directly influence that. In this case with Pisces, through your imagination, all out reality warping. And that's the challenge, to take this analysis from everyone you're around and to imagine creatively the next step for everyone. So that's really interesting, because of course, now, if we look at this third house, once again, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, this could really cause very powerful claircognizant insights that your body will feel. Okay. Once again, I have my moon on this Capricorn energy. So you having your moon trine it is a different version. It's a more grounded version. I have direct connection to the entire universe and all of this collective power, but I'll be acting like a retarded Gemini sun with it. So my Cap is like, pay attention. And my Gemini sun is like, oh, wow, butterflies. Wow. And, I had to learn the hard way to listen to my body, because I would feel like the Capricorn is an asshole, because it can be. And it'd be like, why would you say that person ain't shit? Like, I haven't even met that person yet. Like, that's mean. I was thinking I'd be mean. Like, let me actually see. Maybe they could be nice. Nope. My intuition was right every time. People are straight a waste of time. Versus if you can feel that they're good, you'll feel that too. And it really humbled me to learn to really listen to this. Okay. You're not going to have this issue at all, because whereas Capricorn and Gemini have this vicious mind body disconnect, it's smooth with Pisces. All right. Cash rules everything around me, cream, and Scorpio's the sauce. Get the money, dollar bill, y'all. Wow. So yeah, this is really, really key, because, now, yeah, your moon is not directly connected to the Capricorn power like mine is, but all of the physiological sensations and intuitive hunches directly manifest and ground individually to your soul. So you are subconsciously being guided by this extra dimensional metaphysical aspect of your own intuitive guidance. And Pisces, in between both earth signs, gives you this ease of awareness, to where before, unlike me, where I'm going to feel the intuition and I'm in my head, you're already understanding and are aware of the meaning of what you're feeling real time. This is a supreme awareness. That's why I got to give Pisces props, because no one has a higher awareness than a Pisces sun. Even Aquarius, that's knowledge, that is aware of knowledge. The only thing higher than knowledge is imagination. I think Einstein said that. So like, yeah, who's also a Pisces, but yeah, it's still really, really important, because this facilitates the direction of your imagination through being in your body and feeling the flow of how all this intuitive insight grounds directly, in order for you to understand how that applies exactly to who you're holding space for. And having 29 degrees Mars is not a bad look either, next to that 0 degrees Jupiter, because you do have Mercury 0 degrees Pisces. So this is the magical mind, 30 degrees Aqua, the max capability of processing knowledge in its transition to what you imagine with it. So this really suggests a super strong mind connected with destiny to read between the lines. Now Jupiter is going to expand how much information facilitates what you're imagining. So be careful about paralysis of analysis here, even though you're not a Virgo. But with Mars here, there's such a mastery of determined action. I'm very familiar with 29 degrees Taurus, because that's where my Mercury is. So to see that you have 30 degrees Mercury, which is basically a dirty 29 degrees Aqua, is really, powerful to see the quality of your mind, whether it's 0 or 30 in either or sign, which is the same. It's an underrated degree. And Mars 29 degrees is the determined action that's going to have you move forward strong, slow, but determined. I appreciate it, because I have Mars in Aries, and I do everything fast, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it's very reckless and impulsive, and it's cool until it's not cool. But at least with Taurus, like, even though you're moving a bit slower, you can pace yourself and be sure that the job's going to be done, and you're going to put in a lot of strength and determination to it too. So this is going to really represent the sexual tension that you express and can feel through others. But in a nutshell, that's your chart. You know what I'm saying? This 5th house Pisces enables you to collectively induce this imaginative aspect, so that you're in a position to create for the collective and align this element of your destiny accordingly. And I hope you enjoyed this report. And until next time, peace.